Apple TV Plus is one of the newest entrants into the battle royale of streaming services, one of the newest entrants into the streaming wars, if you will, the Hunger Games of streaming. But they made a very quick and immediate impact. They've been putting out ridiculous amounts of high quality shows, some of the absolute best shows out there. And they've done it when they came out of the gate at a price of $4.99. Now, a year ago, a little under a year ago, they raised that price to $6.99. And well, you knew they weren't done because they've raised the prices again. And it's not just a small raise. It's like a 50% raise in their price. This comes to us from the folks over at Variety who write the following. Apple has hiked the price of its Apple TV Plus streaming service for the second time in a year. The tech giant updated the pricing info for Apple TV Plus along with its Apple Arcade and Apple News Plus subscription services and Apple One bundles on its website Wednesday. The new price of Apple TV Plus is $9.99 a month in the US, up from $6.99 previously. The annual price is increasing from $69 a year to $99 per year. Existing subscribers will see the price increase 30 days later on their next billing renewable date. All right. Streaming service increases prices is a headline that is basically coming every week now. But I mean, we can't be surprised, right? Like we all knew a long time ago that the price of streaming services was only going to go up, and especially Apple TV Plus. Because Apple TV Plus came out at a ridiculously low price at $4.99, $5 a month. It is now officially doubled up to $10.99 a month, or $9.99 a month, $10 a month. I will say this about it. While as a consumer, I am getting fatigued of getting every other week or every week a story about this streaming provider is now upping its prices and what have you. The reality is Apple TV Plus is probably one of the best streamers out there when you go bang for your buck. And the other reality is even with this significant price increase, they're still one of the cheapest games in town. I mean, if you take away the ad-supported tier from a couple of the services, they are by far the cheapest game in town. I mean, they're half the price of Netflix. They're less than HBO. I mean, they don't have as much content as a couple of those other streamers for sure, but they have real quality content. Ted Lasso, Severance, Morning Show, Shrinking, For All Mankind. I mean, on and on and on. I mean, they have just put out banger after banger after banger show, and they've done a really good job. I still would have liked to have seen them raise their prices more incrementally, like little bit by little bit by little bit. Literally 1 year and 1 day ago, the price was half of what it is now today. And again, still a value, still cheaper than any of the other major players, but guess what? And this isn't going to surprise you guys watching. It ain't going to end at $9.99. At some point, it's going to go up to $12.99 and then $15.99. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Signing your life away to a big wireless provider is kind of like being trapped on a roller coaster from hell. Sure, it looks like fun at first. They probably even threw in a free phone, but now you can't get off. Month after month of insane bills and unexpected thrills, like overages and surprise fees. If that sounds like your current big wireless plan, it's time to get off the ride with Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are just $15 a month. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for just $15 a month. You guys know before I came to Mint Mobile, I was paying triple what I am paying now on the standard big wireless plan, and I will never go back. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped right to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. And the reality, Rob, here is, and this is going to be hard for a lot of us to get, but at $10.99, they're probably still operating at a loss. Probably. But at any rate, you see the price increase here. What's your reaction to it? And how have you been feeling about Apple TV Plus as a service overall up till now?
Well, first of all, over the past year, I would spend $100 a year just to get For All Mankind and Foundation, based on the second season of Foundation.
Oh yeah, and I forgot about Foundation. So good.
Just those two shows. As a matter of fact, to be honest, I would pay $100 a year to get For All Mankind. If they've talked about it, could go 8 seasons. If they said there's no more, we can't make more For All Mankind unless you kick in $100, it would be worth it to me to do that. That's how much I like the show. And I think that they're, what is the name? The Taron Egerton, he went into prison.
Blackbird?
Blackbird. That was incredible.
Yeah.
I loved that show. And that was like a 6-episode miniseries. Severance. I mean, the shows that are on Apple are all, I think, worthy. They're top tier television.
And Ted Lasso
completely
completely took over pop culture.
Absolutely.
For a while, yeah.
And the stuff that I don't know anyone who's in development or who works for whoever decides what shows they make at Apple. You've got Killers of the Flower Moon, which is going to go live, maybe to live on Paramount Plus. I don't think so, but I think it's going to go because Apple paid for it. I love the series. I love the streaming service. I love the way it looks. They figured out how to make sure their shows look incredible, even though they're streaming. They made For All Mankind did come out in physical media. I wish it came out in 4K, but whatever. I love I will pay for Apple no matter what they charge me. I guess that makes me a sucker.
Isn't Napoleon Apple TV Plus too?
I think it is.
I think Apple is the producer behind that. Yeah.
I gotta say,
it's going to be theatrical first.
Right.
Yeah.
$9.99 is my. It's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind the 99. It's fine because Godzilla is coming too, the series.
Monarch.
Yeah,
I mean,
how
it's
good
a
does that
smart
look?
move from them. $9.99 is probably my limit if they go over. It's when it gets to the $15 range
Yeah.
where I really needs to start shuffling things, churning things. So no, I this is fine to me. I always thought they should be more expensive. It was like it's worth it, I think.
But that raises a good question though. We're all basically saying, okay, hey, listen, even at $10 a month, it's cheaper than all the other players. They have great stuff, blah, blah, blah. But, and I'm glad you started to bring this up, Ray. At what point do we start to say, now it's getting pricey?
$11.99.
I'm with Ray. I would pay, I think right now, because as good as Apple TV Plus is, they all also have probably the smallest library right now, right? I would probably be willing to go to $15 a month on it. But if they start going over $15 a month, that's where I'm going to have to start questioning, where does it live in my must-have streaming services list?
I would drop everything else. If they went up to 15 and I would drop everything else I had just to keep Apple. For right now, that's the way I feel about the service.
And I would, John, I think that the cost of what they're doing, Killers of the Flower Moon being $200 million, I don't know how much Napoleon costs.
And Godzilla can't be cheap.
I'll bet you their
cheap.
production, they hit like $1 billion or $2 billion or $3 billion. They've hit a number where they're like, oh, our shareholders are going to look at this and go, they're going to want some kind of return. We can't just make whatever we want. So they're being responsible.
They also recently announced that Apple TV Plus is committing $2 billion a year to theatrical releases.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom what that's going to look like, but $2 billion a year to theatrical releases. So, they're still operating at a loss, but we'll see how that goes. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.